Smugglers Run 2, Hostile Territory. What's a DVD-ROM? The ultimate off-road driving adventure returns to the PlayStation 2. Oh, no box. Or no manual. Oh, and the case is cracked. What more things can befall this poor game? Oh, man. Scratched. So, you have seen my GameCube cleaning series video. And if you haven't, you should. You should go see that. And you have seen my How to Clean a Disc 3 Ways video. And if you haven't, you should go see that too. Oh, I don't like the blue. Get out of here. Can you do this with a PlayStation 2 disc? Absolutely yes, you can use Novus. Absolutely yes, you can use... What else did I use? Scratch X 2.0 remover. Absolutely yes. Can you use toothpaste? Look, I'll be real with you. I'll be honest with you, okay? Toothpaste works. Toothpaste works terribly. So don't feel like you have to use toothpaste, please. It's terrible. It's terrible. But Novus, it's so nice. It's so fine, right? It's so fine. You've already seen me do this before. You've seen me clean these games with these polishes. I've done it 8 million times before. What could I possibly change? Oh, it's snowing. Oh, it's an unseasonable snow in September. That's crazy. Oh, cotton balls. What? Yeah, so since you've already seen the process, and we've already gone over it 8 majillion times, I'm going to show you a process that maybe you haven't seen before. To recap, this disc is a little scratched. Look at all them scratches. Those poor scratches. Hey, you can see my light. We got Novus. Before in the past, I have said paper towels. Absolutely, yeah, you can use paper towels if you want to. Fancy cloths? Sure, yeah, absolutely. These are actually just shop towels. These aren't fancy. Microfiber towels? Absolutely, yes. You can use all of those things. Now, why on earth would you want to use cotton balls? Well, for one, they're cheap. Great big bag like this from Kroger. I don't know, a couple bucks. You don't use that many as you go through it. And if you use cotton balls with Novus 2, you can get your mirror finish y'all want. This is not a video for the mirror finish, however. I know, it's clickbait. How terrible. This video is actually just to show you the process of how to do this. And we're going to go over how to clean PlayStation 2 discs. I know, we're going to show you how to do every single disc because that is comprehensive and I enjoy that. There are a bunch of different kinds of PlayStation 2 discs. They all clean pretty much the same way, but I want to make sure that you, the listener, viewer, whatever you are, you right there, understand how to clean each of these. It's going to be very similar, but I want to make sure you know what you're going to run into and what you could possibly see or not see. So, let's get into it. First of all, how are you guys doing? And be honest. How are you actually really doing? I wasn't asking you. My cat's doing fine. He felt like being a part of this video. He's doing just fine. It's weird he responded on command, though. Again, pretty sure he understands English, but I don't speak cat, so here we are. Same process as before that I've shown 8 million times, do a bunch of drops, okay? This is just the way that I like it. I should mention, this game doesn't work. I will show you footage of the game not working at the beginning or the end, whichever way makes more sense. All right, so I don't forget this time. I got Smugglers Run 2 for the PlayStation 2. Pop it in the system. This is the one that we're going to clean. I keep forgetting to do the before and after videos, so I stopped the video mid-video to do this real quick, so there might be a weird jump in the video when I go to do that. But I just want to show you that the disc does not work. It's also going to take a second to realize that it doesn't work. Thinking about it. Thinking about it. Discrete error. Yeah, that figures. So it is down here. Mind the mess. Smuggler's Run. So let's go clean this guy, see if we can't bring it up back into business. I even filmed it this time. Totally forgot to put it in the video. I'm doing great. I take the cotton balls and I stretch them out a little bit. Just to have a little bit more work surface. This is where it's going to get a little weird because as we clean, the medium, the tool that we're going to be using, the medium and the tool are both going to be kind of going away at the same time. So keep an eye on it. I'll walk you through it, let you know what's going on. Same process though. Just smear it all on there. Just like that. Make sure everything's all nice and coated. And then let it sit for a second. Just hang out. Think about things. Think about life. Think about Smuggler's Run. Back when Rockstar was more than a 2-show game. Memories. Got a little in the middle. Good thing there's a video coming out for that. Oh, memories. Like, we could have had state of emergency. Like a new state of emergency. We could have had a new Smuggler's Run. So many games. I'm blanking on all the good Rockstar games, but there's a bunch. So then same thing. Just go in here. Just polish. Keep an eye on the cloth because you don't want it to get too residued up. So it's just like that. Like this is too much. That's where you'll start polishing it again. But you want a little bit on there so that you're actually polishing. It's not just dry cotton on a disc. Okay. Just for funsies, they're actually out on there. Just for funsies, we'll do one side with the cotton ball. Can you apply it directly to the cotton ball? Sure. Why not? I just prefer it to go directly onto the disc so that I'm able to see how much I'm applying, how much I'm using, and adjust accordingly. You could do the same thing on the cotton ball itself, though. You just have to pay attention. One thing to note, I'll pull it back up. You will get some little hairs that come off. Again, that's normal, totally fine and normal, not a big deal. Just make sure that you're not rubbing those into the disc as well. Okay. And y'all guys thought me cleaning a game and just sitting here scrubbing was as boring as this could possibly get. Well, now we're sitting here just watching me clean with a cotton ball. Pressure that I'm using. I'd say it's like you're cleaning off. You know, like when you're writing with a mechanical pencil and it's like a good mechanical pencil and you go to erase and like everything comes together and you're like, yeah, like I'm erasing all clean. I wrote light enough that the eraser's working and just everything's jiving. It's about that pressure. So whatever that translates, oh, I forgot the scale. Well, whatever translates into scale, I'll actually look it up with a scale because I'm genuinely curious now. So resist the urge to switch to a dry spot when it starts to get dry, and instead just separate the cotton a little bit more, okay? Okay. And just keep going until the cotton's polished everything up. If you're doing it normally, you would do it, the whole way around. As you are cleaning, you will see more scratches. That's totally normal. If you do it a bunch of times and the scratches don't reduce at all, that is when it gets kind of weird. And you want to see if you're using too much pressure, if you're using not enough pressure, if you're using not enough compound, Okay. So we come in here with our microfiber towel. You know, if I was only going to clean... Look at this cat hair. He is in more videos than I am. If I was only going to clean half, and I was actually smart about this, I probably would have not done the whole... I'm a genius. So we'll wipe this side off. It's minimal scratching that you're going to get from this anyway. How's that look? Might not translate on camera, actually, now that I think of that. Ha. Yeah, you can't really tell on camera. Well, there you go. So that's just one pass, and you can see that there are still scratches on this side, but they're a lot less prominent. What is that cable? Oh, it's the phone. It's a lot less prominent on this side than it is on that side. So we'll do it one more time, and we'll do the whole disc, actually. Hope I got a good before picture. Again, and you won't see too many silver disc and gold disc before and after shots from me, because it's difficult to get on pictures. Maybe there's someone out there that understands photography really well and they'd be willing to help me figure out how to picture it. But every time it's like either I get the disc like really well and the camera reflection and it looks great, or I get, there we go. Or I get the scratches and then the camera just focuses on the scratches and then it's just covered in scratches. And then it's like, well, I didn't do anything. But it's also good because it means that you, as you're cleaning, are going to look at what it is that you're doing and you can be able to tell, does this look better? And I feel bad. A lot of people ask, they'll say, well, you know, they'll get a picture of a disc and they'll send me the picture of the disc and they'll say, will this play? I don't know. You know, I've had a lot of discs that just look like hot trash that play just fine. And I've had a lot of discs that are immaculate and that don't play at all. So it's not like there's not a hard and fast rule in either direction. But the big thing to remember is to not let scratches dissuade you. I saw a post not too long ago on dear beloved Reddit, and the guy had just bought a game. I don't remember what it was. What was it? I don't remember. He had just bought a game and he posted a picture and he goes, how does this look? Does it need to be professionally resurfaced? I want to make sure that it plays perfectly. And it got me thinking that, like, do people think that dirty games play less good? Like, do people think, well, if it's a dirty game, I won't be good at it? Like, I don't... But I understand that he meant, like, I want to make sure that it's perfect and it's not going to freeze halfway through the game or whatever. Like, I get that. That makes sense. But it was just a weird way to say it. And I just got fixated on this, like, well, wait a minute. Are we just a simulation? This one might be toast, but let's see if we can't get a little more life out of her. And all I'm really doing is I'm going around to find a spot that's it's got a little bit left on it. Because again, you don't want to do just straight up cotton ball to the surface. Okay. So we get our microfiber towel. Do a quick wipe down. I can't resist the urge to do this the normal way. What I'm doing is I'm holding the disc, I'm holding it like this, but I'm holding it close so that I can angle it into the light to see how it's looking. because I'm crazy, and that's what crazy people do. We're going to do one more round, even though I honestly think this will play no problem. I'm just shifting around to see if there's anything. What a nerd. The nerd with his magnifying glass. What a big old nerd. Looking to see if there's anything that's going to disrupt the playing. Look at this nerd increasing magnification like a big old nerd. Actually, hang on a second. Talk amongst yourself. Yeah, there's a couple on here. You want to see what I'm seeing? Hang on, let me find it. There's that one. Yeah, there's that one. Oh, you can't see it. Well, there's one right there that's a little rough. But I think that one's okay. It's like I'm inspecting the diamonds of something. I'm like, oh, this won't do. So there's a couple. I tell you what, though, get one of these. The jewelry identifying thing. I got a bunch of these. They're super cheap online. But when you hold it up to polycarbonate, if you have a light source that's shining in the direction, you can see the polycarbonate really well. I mean, you can't see it on the camera, can you? I have this that I need to use more often because it can stream directly. But anyway, ooh, there you go. Can you see that? No. Can you see that? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna stop. This is like me. I'm like showing someone my favorite video and they don't think it's funny kind of thing. We're gonna do one more round. This is pretty clean. But let's see. And again, just let the cotton ball spread it out a little bit. And this is another thing where like there's not a rule on how to do it. Really, just do it so where you feel like you have good control of the cotton ball, but then you also feel like you're polishing well with it, and just mess around with it. You know, just do it flat on a surface and kind of figure out where your tolerances are and everything. I think that's what makes a lot of these videos so hard and difficult to convey the idea to people, is that I'm not sitting there like with you like, oh, do it like this. No, do it like this. You know, so it makes it tough because I know the pressure that I like that works for me and the amount of rotations and when I think visually a game looks good. So again, and that goes back to when people say, you know, will this game play? You know, try it out, see. Because it's just hard to... Oh my goodness. This cat's crying. I know, buddy, because, let me finish, because it's hard to know how much pressure and weight someone else is going to use, how many rotations, when to say that something is good or something is not. And you'll get that response from a lot of game store people where they'll be like, that looks like that'll play. And what that means is that to them, in the years that they have been doing this, based on what they have seen, that looks like that will play, and they would at least think it would play. But it's not like a guarantee that it would play, just that it probably should. And you're dealing with such unknowns that people aren't trying to be dismissive. I'm not trying to be dismissive. I mean, other people might be, but I'm not trying to be dismissive. When someone says, you know, oh, that might work, that might play, that might do things, because you genuinely just don't know. Does that make sense? So, but that's the other thing, is that when someone says, well, I did this method and it still doesn't work, what should I do? Baby, do the same thing I do. I'm just going to do it again. That's how that works. If it doesn't work for me, You know, if I take this disc and I put it over in the PlayStation and I turn on the PlayStation and it doesn't work, I'm going to come right back here and I'm going to do this one more time because that's as much as I know to do. At what level do you take it to a professional resurfacer? I mean, if it's me, you don't, because all I'm doing is what a professional resurfacer would do. Also, it's professional resurfacer is the machine, so it's like I'm taking it to the machine and the machine's going to do it. But anyway, all that a professional resurfacer is going to do is do what I am doing right now, but faster. You know what I mean? But it's not like it's a guarantee that it's going to work. One little spot right there I want to see about. It's not like a guarantee that it's going to work with them. You know, it's still very much an unknown with them as well. But if you strip off enough layers, and we were talking about this the other day, if you strip off enough layers from a disc, you will most likely remove any issues. You can strip off too many layers and then create new issues, but also you can strip off enough layers to remove the issue. Have you stripped off too many layers to remove the issue, but not enough layers to ruin the disc? Potentially. And that's the great unknown. And that goes right back to my issues with the professional resurfacers, is that it'd say, you know, clean this disc, and it'll clean that disc for 2 minutes. Does it need to be cleaned for 2 minutes, or does it only need 1 minute? Well, you know, that's where you'll get a little bit of the technician that knows, do it this much or do it that much. But even that is, how long have I been cleaning this for? You know, how long have I been cleaning this for, and how much pressure and energy has been exerted compared to how much pressure and energy a disc cleaner would, or a disc resurfacer would put in. So I think, it's just me here, it's just a little old cleaning wizard. I think that if you sit down to learn how to resurface a disc yourself and go through the trials and tribulations of it, you will learn the tolerances of these little polycarbonate discs and what you can get away with and how much you need to do to be able to get these things back to working. Is it a mere finish? No, it's not a mere finish. Looks pretty good though, but it's not a mere finish. Ta-da. It's not a mere finish. Do I want it to be a mere finish? No, I want it to play. You know, I want it to work. That's about as far as I want to go with this. And if you took it to a professional resurfacer and they said, we'll charge you $1 to get it to run, we'll charge you $3 to get it to be a mirror finish, probably you would say, okay, give me the $3 mirror finish, that kind of thing, because the cost is so close there. But if you're just sitting at home and you just want the game to play and it's just going to sit on your shelf the rest of the time, it doesn't matter. You know, I don't know. So that's why I always suggest people at least try it first. And if nothing else, if you absolutely cannot get it to play and you send me messages and you go, you are a fool, I can't get this to work, you've understood a bit of what work goes into it to get this thing to work again. You know what I mean? But by learning, by the trial and error, that is the only way that you're going to get better at cleaning discs like this. That's the only way. The only thing that's going to work is if you sit down and you clean and clean and clean and clean, and it works, and then you go, okay, this is my method for cleaning. I'm just giving you the tools and tips and tricks to be able to try to clean the discs yourself, and then you go out and you use those and you modify and adapt. I love hearing people say, I tried it, it didn't work on the 8th time, but it worked on the 9th time. Great. Does that mean it takes 8 times every single time? It could mean 4 times, and you just got to muscle down on it. So, with that being said, Smugglers Run Hostile Territory for the old PlayStation 2 is looking pretty nice. So we're going to take it over to the game room. Yeah, because all the PlayStations are wired up. I was looking at my TV. I got a TV up. Wait, you're looking flat. So I got a TV up there. But that's a lot of work. We're going to take it to the game room. I'm going to show you in the game room PlayStation that this is working. And we'll come back here and we'll close it out. Cool? Great. I'll see you in the game room. So we got Smuggler's Run. Gonna pop it in the PlayStation. I even got a test TV so I wouldn't have to do this stuff. And here we are doing this stuff. I just got to get HDMI cables from this TV to the test TV. Be ballin'. So let's see what happens. A lot of times when you start from browser, it doesn't want to read at all. So you got to go in, thinking about it. There you go. Make sure it works. Thinking about it. Ta-da. Still thinking about it. There you go. Smuggler's Run 2. No memory card save. Oh no. Well, that's fine. We know it works. I also realized before we left, I dropped the disc on the pad. Don't do that. Boom. About as simple as it gets. Some cotton balls, some Novus, a little gumption, and that's it. We're going to do a bunch more of these. Technically there are 5 different PlayStation 2 discs. We'll do a cleaning video for each one. I want to make sure that you guys understand this is just the intro to this new series of cleaning PlayStation 2 discs. Everything you can possibly run into, all the problems, issues, that kind of thing. So look forward to this new series. And at the end here, I'll add on me trying the game and showing you that the game doesn't work. So as always, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you want to see more of this stuff. Active on Discord, active on Instagram, Facebook, everywhere else. Find me on there if you got any questions or anything, and I would love to walk you through anything, help you out cleaning, fixing anything else. Thanks, guys. See ya.